Welcome to Author Skill Set Wednesday with a quote from Henry Green. I love this. The more you leave out, the more you highlight what you leave in. We're going to get to what that means in a moment. But first, welcome. My name is Christopher Diamani. It is my pleasure, it is my passion to empower aspiring Christian nonfiction writers to share their story, their journey from trauma to triumph, using a complete, detailed roadmap for writing success, so they can write, finish, and most importantly, publish their book and make the impact they want to make in this world. And so I want to talk about the editing process today. That's really what we're discussing in terms of what do we leave in, what do we leave out, what do we leave to the reader's imagination, and why. That's kind of the stuff I want to play with today. So here we go. When you purposely leave out certain details, you focus your reader's mind on the important information that you left in, on the stories that you chose to use to amplify a particular lesson, and to those lessons that you chose to include in the first place. This technique adds depth to your writing, and it also helps your reader connect with key elements of your story, because they're not being distracted by tangential stuff that doesn't matter. This principle is instrumental in creating a powerful narrative inside your book and inside your reader's mind and inside your reader's heart. I talk a lot about your reader's heart, because that's where you want to get to. Because once you hit their heart, their mind will follow, and they will do all the things because they've hit that point of believing that you actually do have the solution you said you did in your book. So it's all about refining the message. The key, of course, is, I hate that phrase, of course, because it's not obvious. If it was obvious, I wouldn't have to say it. So I do have to say it, which means it's not obvious. So please bear with me as I go on my own little tangent here. The key is to separate what's essential for your reader to understand and what can be left to their imagination so they can fill in the blanks with their own lived experience. This is so important. Even though even though you're writing for a specific audience and you both have faced the same problem, you've faced it in the past and you've overcome it. Their experience of that issue is going to be different. Whatever the issue might be, their experience is different, and you need to have room in your book for them to fill in some of those blanks, because it helps amplify the lessons that you're sharing. So this process of what do I leave in, what do I leave out, it begins with your outline, with your detailed outline before you ever start writing the first paragraph of your book. And it continues through your first draft, through your second draft, your third draft, your fourth draft, your fifth if you do a fifth. However many rounds of revision you choose to do, it's always in the service of trying to figure out, how do I make what I'm trying to say more clear, and how do I leave room for my reader's experience to fill in the blanks around the holes that I'm leaving there on purpose. It's not about oversimplifying or leaving out important points, but of refining your message over and over until it's a sharp spear that pierces your reader's heart in a way that opens up their mind to the possibility that there's a better way of living. Because that's what your book is about, right? No longer living in the trauma and the pain and the suffering and all that, and moving into a better way of living. When you hone your message to that sharp, pointy end, it allows your reader to absorb your core message without being distracted by stuff. And the Bible echoes this principle really well in Proverbs 10:19. In the multitude of words, sin is not lacking, but he who restrains his lips is wise. This verse, for me, focuses on the wise restraint during any communication. And writing is just a form of communication. And so their restraint is wise. Less is more, as the tired saying goes. But it's true. I need to leave space for my reader to fill in the blanks with their own experience, so that when I say something, they can go, aha, I lived through that. But they're filling it in with a specific lived experience from their own story. It just helps your book resonate deeper into their heart. That's what we're always after. So practice the art of omission at every stage of writing your book, from your outline all the way through to your final draft. It'll lead you to greater clarity and greater focus, both for yourself and for your reader, but it will also leave those important blank spaces for them to fill in with their own imagination, with their own experience. And when you do that, your book, you're going to have a really powerful book. It will change lives. It will be that survival manual that you set out to write in the first place for anyone who's lived through the stuff that you did. So I hope that's left you feeling inspired and with a bit of a challenge ahead of you. What do I leave out? How do I leave that space, like Christopher talked about, for my reader to add in their own experience? How do I build that echo chamber for them to fill stuff in? I hope that that's left you with some interesting stuff to play with over the next few days. And I would also love for you to, let me go back to here. I would love to connect with you on social media. Go to writingcoach.pro/Christopher. You can connect with me on any of the social media platforms you see on your screen. There might be more. I don't really remember at this point. And there's also a couple of tidbits there that I offer for free to help you on your journey down Publication Highway. So please take advantage of those as well while you're there. And again, I just really hope that I have left you with some food for thought about how to approach writing your first draft or this next round of revision, wherever you are in your writing journey. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bye for now.